past the halfway point. A lot of teams' destiny for the playoffs has been set, positive or negative, and some teams have a chance to write their path as far as even going further.
Absolutely, and one of those I think would be Enid. Starting off very well in district play. Started off a couple weeks ago with a nice 15-point district win, and now a 10-point district win when they came home and took it to a pretty decent team that has had some success this season.
Beat a good Owasso team. Owasso is always going to be solid. They've had a couple of losses. They've lost to Jinx. They've lost to Broken Arrow, I believe.
Right.
But they're a solid team. And in district, when you get one up on an Owasso, you only have one other team in the district that has a winning record, and that's Union.
Yeah.
So Enid can kind of write their own destiny going forward.
Yeah, you're right. And that right now I think they're in district points. They're second behind Union. That's always a tough battle. But you're right. They've taken care of the business they've had to take care of so far, and that is so key.
You have to go to their house, and you have to do what you did at Ponca City, and that's go in, hit them in the mouth, and shut them down.
Absolutely. I was looking over Sand Springs' schedule or who they played so far. At home, they're pretty tough. I mean, they lost to Coweta 17-14, and then they lost to Sapulpa by a touchdown and to Stillwater by a touchdown. And last week they played Union. So this is a team that you cannot look past. Next, we're going to look at the game between Pioneer, which is taking on Minco, an undefeated Minco team. Pioneer coming off a loss last week to O'Keene, 60-7. Minco is 5-0. But let's be honest, they really haven't played a tough schedule so far.
They haven't played a tough schedule. Their schedule kind of looks like what Pioneer is going to be the rest of the season.
Right.
Pioneer, after this game, plays people with 0-4, 0-5 records. Pioneer's going to have to play that zone defense or man defense, whatever it is they need to do to shut down the quarterback. And then Pioneer on the other side is going to have to score some points. So they've had a tough schedule. They've had boom, 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 4 tough weeks. This is the week that you can get back on the line and beat a positive team and then move on to the lighter part of your schedule.
Yeah, they've given up a lot of points, so I think what's going to be key for Pioneers also let's see if they can step up a little bit on defense. Brian, we're going to talk about OBA, which for the first time this year has a loss that they're coming back from. A long drive to Beaver, and they got beat pretty handily, 27-7, knocking them not only out of the ranks of the unbeaten, but in one poll completely out of the top 10 and number 9 in the other.
Beaver's beating people at home, and it's because those people are having to go those long bus rides.
That's right. It's an awful tough haul, and OBA may be on the good side of that this week when Texoma comes into play, another team that has to drive a long way, I think, no matter who they play. And it's a team that also played Beaver and lost in similar fashion to Beaver, 22-6. But they've struggled this year. They're 2-3, and I think this is a game where OBA is probably going to be able to get back on track pretty quickly.
They should get back on track. Their playoff hopes are still alive. I mean, they're still kind of control their own destiny. The issue is, you just got to win the games that you're supposed to win, and that's basically the rest of them the way out.
Right. Hey Brian, let's talk a little 8-man football. How about that?
That's where my heart's at.
We got some incredible 8-man football being played in the area. Covington Douglas last week took on Timberlake in a wild game, 42-40.
Covington Douglas goes on the road and plays a really good team, and they pull out the victory. So great job. I mean, Sterling comes up with 210 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns. I mean, that's just amazing what he did. They showed that they were the top of the class in 8-man football.
Yeah, and this week Covington Douglas, they go on the road, and they take on a little team once again, Pond Creek Hunter.
I'm going to go on a limb. Covington Douglas going into Pond Creek Hunter this week. I'm going to take Pond Creek Hunter. They're going to win the game.
They're taking a little bit of a gutsy call there. An awfully big emotional game it was for Covington Douglas. And do the kids come down from that? Are they still thinking about that game when they go on the road to Pond Creek? I think that'll be one of the keys to watch.